Well, it's a breezy day in Sicamous. Let's get started. Here we've got that. A Challenger SRT. Ooh, claims to be a red eye. Very nice. An old Ford. A Cobra. I'm going to lean towards a replica. Looks like a late 30s, early 40s Ford, and the breeze is going to blow right across. See if we can cut that out a bit. A Buick GTO 56. Leaning towards a Ford 3-window coupe. Some local music played in the background here. Another Ford. Nice Buick. Leaning towards more of another Ford. Another Ford. If I'm wrong, correct me. Comments below. If that's a that. An MG. A Falcon. Very, very nice Mustang. A Valiant. That's before it became the twin of the Dodge Dart. A Ford Deluxe. I'm going to assume that's a 500, could be a 600 SL. Corvette. A Chevy dump. Definitely a custom box. Might be coming back for a t-shirt. Probably will be coming back for a t-shirt. 68, 72 GMC. '69 Camaro. Ooh, I want to say about a 70 Ranchero, could be wrong. Another Falcon. I'm sketchy on the year, somewhere in the 50s GMC. A Buick Riviera. Pretty stylish green Camaro. Ooh, ooh, ooh. No split window. Ah, so it's not a 63. 50s Ford. The first generation 66, 67 Dodge Charger. Nice looking Chevelle. I want to say a 66. If I'm wrong, correct me below. That green really just pops. 55. Not, oh, could be a 150. 57 with that whole sort of patina Restomod kind of look. Obviously a Ford. I want to say that's a Mercury. Some more vendors. There's an AMC Spirit. No problem. Nice old Firebird. Herbie's red-bodied cousin. A Pontiac Parisienne. Very nice convertible. Take that in for a second. Another Camaro. Big boat Impala. Wow. More music, more cars to go. Obviously another Ford. Good to see somebody's actually taking the time and keeping these old fired engines alive. And here comes the wind. Very, very nice. That one is definitely still in service.
She survived this long.
Some local handicrafters giving out, or trying to sell their wares, not giving them out. At least we got a ways to go in another row, folks. So I hope you got a comfortable chair, and I hope this wind isn't ruining my voice on everything. It's another, that's an Oldsmobile Tornado. Oh, a Caliente even. These were quite the things in the early 80s. It's a motorbike. It's a motorbike that went to the wash and the dryer for far too long. A modern Indian. And I think we're going to cut it here because we're just coming up to just other people's vehicles. Now we cleared people's cars. Back to what we actually came to have a look at. So here's what looks like a tbucket. Very mellow yellow. That is a 70 to 72 Ford pickup. Beautiful Sabre. And of course we're going to get copyright music in the background, so bear with me. And just that, another Impala. Good Lord. 55 Chev. Could be a cameo carrier, hard to tell. This, I'm going to assume this is another Mercury. Could be another Mercury. Correct me in the comments below. Now we're trying to clear the music. And of course, we're going to have to go through it on the way back on the other side, and that wind is picking up, so a Falcon wagon. And behind the crowd is a fairly nice 442. Looks like about a 68. I think that's an Oldsmobile 98 Royale. Actually, I'm kind of curious. It is a Delta 88. Well, 98, 88, close enough. Obviously a Camaro. I'm going to assume about a 57 Pontiac. Could be a Star Chief. An MGA. 70 or 71 Challenger convertible. Cool little truck. And the breeze picks up even more. Nothing I can do about it, folks. Don't have a filter on this camera. Got another just a Blazer. Studebaker Silverhawk. The sign says so. Nice Mustang. Something a little newer. Still wearing the prancing horse. WRX STI. And of course more music playing in the background, but that's what car shows do. They draw out the community, but the cars and the music. Sometimes you can get random dancing in the streets, just like those 70s musicals tell you you need to do. Another Challenger Pontiac Solstice. This looks like an old Dodge. Once again, correct me in the comments below. There's a big Buick LeSabre. I'm going to assume that's about a 74, 75. Up here we called them the Chrysler Daytona. Down south they were a Dodge Daytona. Nice green Challenger. When your neon is not a neon, but an SRT4. An Austin Healey. Love it, love it, love it. This could be a Ford Fairlane. I'm kind of curious. That says Fairlane. Oh yeah. Is this a Roadrunner or is this a Sebring? You tell me. Comments below. Another AMC Spirit. AMC Javelin, the last generation. Before they were discontinued, the same year I was born. That is a Super Bee, that's 1970. I had one in gray. A very blue 56 Chevy. Nice Chevelle. I think it's about a 68. This looks like an Oldsmobile. 59, no, 57 Fairlane. Right, 59 had the dual headlights. Another nice Ford. And that ends off this row. Let's see what's on the other side of the road. And now, from the other side of the road, I think it's a Type R Volkswagen. Nice Vette. A Corvette Monza convertible.
Which one? This one here?
It's a dune buggy. Is it a Manx? Is it a home job? It has sparkly red paint. Triumph TR6. Ooh, I'm gonna lean this as could be a 69 Mercury Cougar. Let me know. Mercury Meteor, a Canadian model. Pontiac Ventura. Oh, let's just soak this in for a second. That is a very nice 58 to 61 Thunderbird. So I'm gonna say this is a 64 to 66.
That's why it's here.
Nice mid-60s Ford. 50s Ford Nova SS. Right when they were just switching over from the Chevy 2. 69 Firebird. Very interesting shade of green. Another 68 Chevelle. The boats are your thing. Here's a wood one. Hopefully it floats good. Yep. Last time I saw a Hummer that lifted up, you needed an elevator to get into it. I'm going to lean towards a Impala.
That's a long time ago, yeah.
A Buick Skylark. Nice, very nice. I get Fall Guy kind of vibes from this truck, just from the paint. A little older, but equally as nice. The last time Ford attempted the Thunderbird, it was a sales flop, sadly. And it looks like just a few more people's cars, so let's move on to the next round. As the music continues to play in the background, we have a Chevy, is it an S10? It is. An old Dodge pickup. Ever hear of International? They build big rigs, but back in the 50s, they also built pickups. Another Chevelle. Wow. There's probably more money in that car than there is in my house. All of them that I've ever owned. Another Volkswagen. Definitely got the highway cruising theme on the go. Another Corvette. And here we have, it's a very nice that too. And Camaro. Hey, the first El Camino. Very nice. Not the first, but the first one I've seen here so far. I want to say that's a Biscayne for some reason. A Ford Granada. To actually see one in this good a shape just blows my mind. Just, they were not designed well, not built well, or survived well. The iconic GTO. Another Roadrunner, very much like Daisy Duke from the Dukes of Hazzard before the Duke boys wrecked it. Went off a cliff. This looks like it could be a Chevelle, looks like it could be a Malibu. I don't know, pick one. 58 Impala. Something about those 50s cars, especially with the quad headlights, I'm able to figure out. Yeah, it's blue. A Duster. 70 through 76, that's pre-73 because of the thin bumpers. A Beaumont. Now, what these were was Chevy Chevelles that were built in Canada with their own little name. Of course, that song has to play because it's a car show, because life is a highway. Looks like a Jeepster, which was kind of a Jeep, kind of a car. Another nice GMC. 65 Chevelle, I want to say. Could be a 66. Let me know below. Chrysler. Now this could be just about anything. I had one like this. It was a Newport. This one is a Newport. You didn't go for a drive. You took the family out for a highway float and cruise in this. And here we have a Comet, probably a Caliente. Yeah, you just don't see these every day. So we're opening up this segment with a little golden earring, Radar Love in the background. And here we got a tbucket. Hiding back there, a very nice 65, 66 Ford Mustang. A nice reverse clamshell Ford pickup. Very awesome custom job there. A Dodge Custom Royal. New Vet in that shade of gray that seems to be showing up on everything from Toyotas to Hyundais to Corvettes, obviously. Wow. I want to say it's a Chevelle or a Malibu convertible. And there's a Cuda, because Cuda for a couple of years only had single headlights. Challengers always have 4. 79 to 81. That's a Nash. Nice Jag XJ. And that look actually suits it quite well. A Ford F100. I've had about, must be about a dozen of these in various colors, various conditions, all running. And it's a Chev. I think I had that in a Hot Wheels. Another Chev. A Pontiac Le Mans. Back when it was actually a decent car. It's okay. This warrants a closer look. A Hornet. I have zero clue. I've never seen one of these before, except maybe on TV or something, or in a movie. The Hornet Speedster Mark III. Not familiar, but thanks for coming. Looks good. Looks really, really good. 57 Chevy 4-door. Newer Camaro. Another nice old Ford. And time to swap batteries, so we'll do it right here. There we go, battery swap complete. And a 70s C3 Corvette. I actually drove one, except it was red. The 350, it was a 76. Classic Bronco. Another Mercury Cougar. Chevy Apache. Before it became the Silverado. Nice Firebird convertible. Very rare. The GTS Dart Sport convertible. That's from Kelowna. I've seen that around a few times. I'm leaning towards a Pontiac. Probably 51, 52. If you know, let me know below. A very golden Mustang. Late model Silverado. It is black. Very green Challenger. One of them mini rigs I've seen advertised. They used to be all the rage for a while there. Maybe they're making a comeback. Maybe they just never went away. Older Chev pickup. Corvette. That's a pretty stylish looking 55. This shady green is really starting to pop up everywhere. Ford Falcon, about a 65, 66. Let me know in the comments below. TR6. Only if it was a little darker. It'd be British Racing Green. Another Camaro. And a quick little detour. So some more classics on this row. A Pontiac Catalina convertible. Very nice. Very, very nice. Ford Galaxy 500 XL. About a 64. Little red Corvette. Ooh, this is at least a 72, because 73, the back bumper was polyurethane, and the front bumper went it in 74. Another Vette. See? Another green Challenger. It's like they grow on trees or something. And over here, this is a Lafayette. Now Lafayette was part of General Motors in the early days, positioned above Oldsmobile but below Cadillac. Hope I'm still right. Nice Chevelle convertible. Is that actually a Chevelle or Chevelle Malibu? It's a Malibu. Here we have a Sea-Doo. Scan the code, you might win it. There you go. And a few vehicles off to the side there, so we'll do a quick little look at these three. So the yellow is obviously a 57. We have a 68 to 72 Blazer, and behind it looks like about a 40 Ford. So if you enjoyed the little show that went on today, wind and all that, by all means consider giving me a thumbs up, leave comments in the section below, subscribe to the channel to help me out. And until next time, take care.